Uh, yeah, I know. The move is going as smooth as a move can go. I mean, you already know how that is. But yeah, we got some stuff going on. So if you guys got questions, go ahead and get them hands up so we can get this rolling. Already 10 minutes, 12 minutes behind now. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh man, I don't know if we're gonna have these questions. I
I
can't
don't
get on
know.
YouTube at the same time anymore. I used to be able to, but they made me turn my phone in. Oh, there goes that. Your side? Am I sideways for everybody? Oh, that's weird, man. Oh, you're on desktop. I have no idea, man. I use my phone for this, so I don't know. But go ahead, yo. We got 31 people in here. Go ahead and get them hands up. Anything you guys need to ask, whatever you have questions on, whether that I don't care if it's recruiting only or whatever you want to ask. Mm, 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 mm. Oh man, y'all about to make it real easy on me tonight.
Hello?
Oh,
Can you hear
there
me?
we go. Yep, what's going on, man?
Hey, Staff Sergeant Cell. I don't know if you remember. This is Ty. I asked about the Marine Corps OCS and Army OCS. I was trying to figure out how do I stop the packet that I'm building for Marine OCS. I just wanted to know because I'm waiting on trying to figure out how. Um, I started all the paperwork process with my recruiter for the Marines, but my Army recruiter, she said that she doesn't know when they put my packet up for board because I'm still waiting for my to finish my college degree. So they don't know when like what time in the next fiscal year that they'll put my packet in. So I'm trying to figure out like would when would I know and when should I like start to worry if the stuff that I'm doing with Marines is interfering with the Army.
Okay, so what you should do is you should sign a 680. Oh, my phone's going off. You should sign what's called a 680, and that's gonna pull. He can run a spiff and pull your record from the Marine Corps. Like we said, you can only work one branch at a time, right?
Yeah.
As far as getting that whole thing set up and when you should do it, and dropping your packet and things like that. That's going to depend on when the local boards at that battalion are being run. Um, I would shoot for once you're done and you're like your education's about complete. Go ahead and start the whole process to like get the maps, do all that stuff, right? And then get the dates of when your packet needs to be submitted and when the board is, because the board might say it's January 1st, right? And
Right.
you're gonna be like, okay, cool, I gotta have it in by like December 30th, December 31st. That's not it. You got to have it in well before that. So you need to see the two dates that are important to you are going to be the date of the board date and the packet submission needs to be due by to this date. Get don't drag your feet and oh I got it on the last day. Guess what? That recruiter lazy. He's gonna fuck up. He ain't gonna get it up to where it needs to be, and now you missed your deadline and you're waiting to the next board, which is months, right? So
Mm.
you get that stuff ready, I would plan ahead and make sure you're at least, your packets submitted a week in advance at minimum. Okay.
Okay.
Um, that way, before the deadline, a week in advance of the deadline. That way you are, hey, for sure, I'm good to go on this next board. Okay. But
Okay.
yeah, you want to ask when those board days are and things like that once you get to that point and you're actually ready to go.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. And also, side question: I heard that the Air Force. I mean, I'm not doing Air Force or doing anything with Air, but I heard that they're changing their PFA to 2 miles instead of a mile and a half. Is that true?
Maybe they've been doing a lot of changes lately. I think they're tired of being the butt of every joke in the military. So they've got like a weight standard change coming, PT change coming, uniform changes coming. So it wouldn't surprise me that they're increasing their PT stuff as well.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, gotcha, man. Thank you.
All right.
Yep. All right. Let's see here. Little little public service announcement. I do not have my phone anymore. It got turned in yesterday, so make sure y'all are not calling that number. Some poor person, whoever's got it, is going to be bombarded with random shit. But it is what it is. Um, if you need to get a hold of me, it needs to be on Discord or Instagram. I don't know if anybody's tagged my Instagram. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Um, so that way you can get a hold of me. But share, copy. There we go. All right, it's in the chat there. But go ahead and hit me up on those spots during this move because I'm gonna have. I might be at a computer one time on the 23rd, but until then, I think I'm getting my equipment should be issued to me by August 4th, so I'll have a computer and a phone again. Once I have a phone number, I'm going to just completely blast it out everywhere, so you guys all have my contact info again. But other than that, that's really all that's going on with me. Y'all got, man, we ain't got many questions tonight, though, huh? I'll give it a second. Hey, it's 2K. If you're in, yeah, if you're 2K is always in here. Hey, if somebody raises their hand, let them in. I'm gonna grab. I gotta mixy real quick. Hold on.
Yo, can y'all hear me? Hey, listen up, man. If y'all ain't gonna ask questions, then we're not gonna stand around and wait. So, like, don't do what y'all do to me and wait till the very end to ask a bunch of questions. Just get your hands up, ask your questions now. If not, we'll cut it close and get up out of here. Thank y'all. Public service announcement.
All right. Hear Jake over there yelling. I appreciate it, Jake. Uh, all right. Well, like Jake said, I don't know. I think we're gonna cut it all a little short here today. We only had one question. That'll be all right. Um, You guys got my IG. You guys got the Discord. Please reach out. Do not suffer in silence. And oh, there it is. There's the question. So you start saying we leaving, and people start jumping.
Hello.
Sebastian.
Hello.
Yep, I can hear you.
All right. Hello, sir. Well, my name is Sebastian. I'm from Miami. So this isn't related to Army, but I just graduated with a 3.8 GPA, and I have my private pilot's license with 100 hours, and I'm just deciding whether to go Air Force or Navy. I don't know if you could like chime in or if you have any information.
I mean, I've listened to Jake quite a bit. He's going to ask you about your test scores, flight hours. The flight hours sound right to me. You got 100. I don't know if that's a lot.
100, yeah.
Jake's probably in here still. But I there are things I can't say Jake can say. So
All right, I got you. I got you.
there you
Okay, so listen, just send me a message. Here's the deal. Okay, what's your? Have you taken AFQT yet?
No, sir. I'm studying for it right now.
Are you studying for both of them?
No, just the AFQT.
Okay, so send me an email.
Okay.
You got my email, Sebastian?
Yes, sir.
Okay, send me an email and then ask for the AFQT ASTB study guide. I'll email that over to you.
Okay.
It really depends. I would say with your scores and your background, you might be able to do National Guard a little bit easier. But get over in the aviation room. Are you in our aviation room over on Discord?
No.
Okay, so on
Don't
the
think
left
so. Okay.
on the left side over here, there's a big ass aviation room. Pilots, flight
Okay.
school resources, pilot questions, WAF pro. Okay, I would say
Okay.
we always want to go fly in the Air Force is my preference. It's just really hard to get into the Air Force. Really hard.
Right. Right. Okay.
My Navy is my second choice. Cause are you the Cuban kid?
No, no.
Okay, are you minority?
Yeah, I'm Hispanic.
Okay, so like it's gonna be hard. Like the Navy,
Right.
that's why you got to blow the test scores out. You got to blow the test scores out for the Air Force. Air Force is impossible
Mhm.
no matter what color you are.
Right.
But you got a high GPA, so that means they're gonna talk to you. We just got to make sure you blow out the AFQT. Make sure you get the joystick. Make sure you do all the stuff that it says in the resources that we have over here on the left. And then
Right.
you got to throw down. Okay, you got 100 hours.
Okay.
That's good, but they take a lot of dudes with 1,500 hours. So
Right.
the backup plan
And
would be the Navy. They're gonna pick you up.
sorry to interrupt you, but
Go ahead.
in the Air Force, don't you run the risk of becoming a drone pilot?
Not that I know of. So
Okay.
they're not taking people in the pilot pipeline and making them drone pilots. You're gonna go into the pipeline with a aviation contract. So
Right.
we just sent 2 kids out there. I mean, I can ask. I haven't. When you get drones, they give you drones. They tell you you're going to fly drones. Is my understanding.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, yeah, because I was worried that like you go there, maybe you don't perform so well, and then
No.
you're stuck with drones for 12 years, you know?
Okay, so let me tell you something. First of all, we don't ever go to flight school and not perform well. Okay,
Right.
just so
No,
you
of
just so
course.
you understand, in 25 years, we haven't lost a single motherfucker in flight school. Not one.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, we just had a kid in the Air Force flight school get asked to go fly F-22s. Okay, so don't come on here talking about what ifs and oh no's and I'm scared. Okay, because you ain't in the right place, big dog. Does that make sense?
Got you. Got you 100%.
Okay, I sent you a DM. Text me when we get off this call. Hit me up. But I don't think it's a choice. I think you try to go shoot for Air Force and maybe even look at a little bit of National Guard. Have you graduated college already?
Yeah, I graduated in December, and I got my private pilots 2 months ago.
Okay, so then let's just get on it, and then I'll hook you up with. We got to try to figure out the National Guard.
Right. And what's the difference? Like National Guard is reserves, or?
So I'm gonna tell you the biggest difference. Okay, if you go fly for a C-17 National Guard squadron, you're gonna fly around the clock for 3 years. Okay, when you get done with that 3 years, you're gonna have between 1,500 and 2,000 hours of flying. You're going to be able to walk right into the airlines 3 years from now and start flying for the airlines full time, and you're going to fly part time for the National Guard for the remainder of your commitment.
Right. Okay.
So that's the benefits. It's just hard to get a National Guard job, right? And but like I told you, send me a text message when we get off this call, and I'll take care of you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, easy day.
Thank you.
Back to the wastelands.
Yeah, that's a good question, though. I'm glad Jake's here because, like I said, I can't ask some of the more sensitive questions that you need to be asked and answered. More importantly, because obvious reasons. But yeah, does anybody have any more questions? Anything like that? Yep, got one here.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can. What's going on?
I have a question regarding I'm heading into senior year and I'm planning to get an option 40 contract pretty much like sign it as soon as I'm done and graduated. But I've been running recently following the PDF with just like the starter stuff. But I don't know. I imagine Jake Zweig would be able to answer it a bit. I'm not sure if you have any experience with like wrestling, but that would mean I'm heading into a wrestling season wrestled a little bit before, and I've done MMA in the past. I'm just wondering like how my training should go because I pretty much have like exactly a year from now before like things really get going for me. And
I can tell you right now, program, you're not supposed to. What Jake?
well, you're cutting out a lot. I'm sorry.
No, there's an echo.
Yeah, I hear
Oh,
that.
here I can just mute.
Hello. Oh yeah, it's him. All right.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
up?
Jake, if you want to handle it, but yeah, I mean, I know you're going to tell him it's a 12-week program. Don't be on it for a whole year.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, man, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm just gonna mute in between.
Okay, listen, are you wrestling this season?
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
Okay, so here's what I would tell you. I would rather have you take an 11 X-ray contract and go to the 82nd for 2 years before you go over to Ranger Bat on an option 40 contract. The reason is 1 out of 5 Rangers is staying over there. So you can get there. Like you might have enough grit to get through RASP and get over there, but the chances of you staying as an 18-year-old are slim and none.
Gotcha.
And so like I'm getting ready to drop this. So, I'll probably drop it on Tuesday. If I don't shoot another video, I'll drop it on Friday. I mean, on a Saturday. But I got this 4-part series right now with the Army Ranger from 3rd Bat. It's phenomenal, okay? We are now talking about a 25-year-old, 24-and-a-half-year-old going to Ranger selection and the difference between him at 17 going to SEAL selection. That next video is going to cover all of that. I want you to listen to that because it's going to shed a lot of light on why the 18-year-olds aren't successful. Like, you might get through RASP. You can survive RASP and get to the Ranger Bat, but then you're not going to be mature enough to stay in the Ranger Bat. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's like the general idea I got from your videos as well.
Yeah, like so here's the deal, okay? One of the biggest things that Joel talks about in those videos is he had no patience at 18, 17 when he went in the military. He had no patience, okay? And my thing is, like, if you know none of the high school kids are winning. So 5 kids are making it through selection in Green Berets. 5 kids are making it through Navy SEAL selection a year. That's five high school kids, 5, okay? If you know that's the number and you know you can go to the 82nd for 2 years and just mature, learn airborne, learn a bunch of field skills, learn a bunch of good shit, get promoted. You be an E3 or E4 after a couple years at 82nd if you kick butt. And then you just roll into Ranger school. You go to RASP, 4 years. Okay, so you go to RASP.
No. He'll be an E4. You promote. As long as you don't get UCMJ by 2 years, you'll get E4
Okay.
in the Army.
Okay, so you be E4, and then you go to Ranger school, and you already have been in the 82nd, so they will have prepared you for 90% of everything you're going to see over there. You go over there, you eat rocks, you paint rocks, you fucking kick rocks, and then you're successful, and then you get to the Ranger Bat, and you got 2 years of maturity, and then you're able to stay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay? So I know everybody's fired up from high school to want to go, but, like, it's just, it's so hard to explain, like, and there's no risk. Like, you just go to 82nd. You take an option 19 contract. You get guaranteed 82nd. You go to the 82nd. They fucking print more special forces than any other unit in the Army. And you're fucking golden, man. Like, then you go to Ranger Bat. You're successful. If you want to keep going, you can go to SF. You can go fucking screen at CAG. Because the Ranger Bats are shitting out them dudes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and would I like guaranteed need to be on that contract and be an 82nd for like 2 years, or like would there be any way to like because I'm as
Okay, so
described, like,
let me tell
I'm just
you
kinda
something.
fresh out wanting to be a Ranger. Yeah.
I understand what you want to do. I'm trying to help you understand what you need to do. Okay. I shot a video about 2 years ago, 3 years ago with a dude that's sitting in front of a helicopter blade. His dad was a Kiowa pilot. He wanted to be a Navy SEAL. He couldn't swim. It was an awesome video. Okay. That young man right now is at the 82nd, killing it. Okay. And the first thing he said, he's been there probably 4 or 5 months now. He was like, man, I understand why you sent me here first. Okay. He's young. He's a little bit more mature than most at 18. but he wasn't ready for that real deal Holyfield Ranger life. Now, there's no mistakes in the Rangers. You show up and fuck something up, they're throwing you out. You have an AD on the range, you're gone, right? Like, you late to formation, you're gone. Like, there's so many little things that have to be learned to be successful when you get over there. And if you don't have the maturity to deal with it, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
But the big thing he said since he's been over there, he's like, oh man, right? Like this is real. Like he's at the 82nd. They getting it. So, I just want you to understand, like that rush to get there is a rush to get your head cut off.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree 100%. A lot of times, especially with you 18-year-olds, man, you guys have never been out and about on your own. It's the first time you had zero supervision, no parents, no nothing. Next thing you know, you're having a party in the barracks, and MPs show up, and you're getting hemmed up for underage drinking or something stupid, and that's it. One night of fun gone, your whole career. So I agree. Get a little more mature beforehand. I'm not saying you're not now. I'm just saying like you're gonna be a 18, 19-year-old kid. That just is what it is.
All right, I understand. Appreciate it.
Yep. Hey, you said you were waiting until you're done with high school though, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you talked to a recruiter yet?
Yeah, I think I'm talking to you. The doc. So I've talked to one before, and I was getting bad experience, but I've branched out, and so I think we're figuring things out. Yeah.
Have you talked to? I talked to your dad. You and your dad.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. That's what I figured. You sound familiar, man, but you know how it is. I can't. I told you in the beginning. I'm never gonna memorize your guys' usernames on here. So,
Yeah, it's all good.
man. It's kind of like what I told you on the phone with you and your dad. Like it's Rangers good. We can get you trained up for it, and training and prepping is important. No one's saying not to. Don't give up on training for it because then you're just behind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you are at the position where it's like, hey, I'm mature and I'm physically fit and ready for this, you're gonna crush it. You're gonna get in there and you're gonna win and you're gonna get selected. You're gonna be on a team and perfect. It's gonna work out perfect for you.
All right, cool. I guess I can call you about the contract that you guys were talking about a second ago. What was it called?
So there's options on those contracts. So 11X, what you're asking for in the beginning is like an option 40, which is a Ranger contract. There's like option 4 is just airborne. Option 19 is choice of duty station. So if you get choice of duty station and we can get brag on there, then that'll send you to the 82nd directly. But yeah, me and you will hash it out when that time comes. Make sure you keep asking questions and stay. You got a whole year of just grinding and learning. So you need to be in every one of these lives Wednesday and Thursday asking questions. Okay. Jake he's going to lead you to the promised land. I promise you with that. I'll get you there with the processing. Okay.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it.
All right. Hey, make sure you hit me up in my DMs on here or on Instagram, and I can make calls through these apps. Okay. But obviously my phone, it's gone. So I turned it in yesterday. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, Staff Sergeant Shell, I got a question about the I guess the new shaving stuff I was seeing. People have been making videos about. So I'm a black man. I have no problem with shaving or anything like that. But when I shave, like under, I get all this nasty stuff. I mean, can I get kicked out for just having that on my face? Or I mean, I don't know how that.
No. Look, if you have okay, so here's the deal. The shaving profile or how this is going to work is if it's so bad that like it's obviously bad, then the shaving profile, the Army calls them a profile. I think Marines and Navy call it like a no shave something. I don't know. But we call it a profile, right? You profile for a no shaving, okay? It's going to be reevaluated more frequently than it used to be. And there's going to be less of them out there because people were just getting a profile just because they didn't want to shave, and that's the wrong answer. You need to be able to You need to be able to have your discipline and do the things you want to, not skirt the rules and try to like bend them, right? But
Right.
if you're in need of a profile, that's a medical thing. They're gonna take care of you. So, um, yeah. You're not gonna get thrown out because you have razor bumps.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was curious about.
Yeah, not a thing. It's just more or less they're trying to weed out the people who are trying to skirt around the rules and using medical reasons for it. And obviously, they're having the doctors reevaluate all those at a more frequent rate. We used to give out permanent ones, and I'm not sure if the permanent one is still available. I'd have to do more reading into that, but from what I saw, it's not. It's almost like you're going to be reevaluated almost every 90 days. Like, hey, how's your face doing? Type of deal, you know?
Right. Yeah. No problem with that. I was just curious about the being kicked out thing because I'm doing a lot of work.
No. Look. If people are talking about getting kicked out, that means they've already made up in their mind that they're not going to shave.
Right. Okay.
I
I got
mean,
you.
hey, you're an adult man. You make your own decisions, but all decisions come with consequences. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
Got you. Okay. That answers my question. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Sister and Show.
Luke, what's
I
up?
had a question. I've been doing like ruck prep and all this stuff, and I was talking online and met I claim to be like a National Guard like 19th group SF guy, and I wanted to ask it on here because I think y'all would know more. And he was saying, at least to me, about kind of sending it on one of those 18X and then saying like if you didn't get selected, you just get rolled back into 82nd anyways. But I didn't know if you guys had heard anything about that.
Yeah,
What he said was you get rolled back and you can just reattend later. He said you already have more experience with it.
Yeah, I mean that happens all the time. Like the 18 X-ray pipeline is a feeding ground for the 82nd, and basically what happens is when you get there, people or they think they're ready, they're not, or they are training and they just didn't make it. The reason why it's the 82nd is because it's both at Bragg, right? So logistically for the Army, you're going to go to infantry or you're going to go to basic training and OSIT, right? Which is going to do is 22 weeks of basic training and infantry training. And then from there, you're going to go to airborne school. And this is all at Fort Benning, right? Once you're done with that, they're going to ship you over to Bragg, right? You're going to attend your SOPC, which is the prep course. And then you're going to attend SFAS, right? Assuming everything goes to plan. If you fail out of SFAS at that point, or even stop C, put yourself in the Army's boots, right? You've got a guy here who's trained as an infantryman who is airborne qualified, and we have an airborne infantry unit across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they're just going to send you over there, man. Like, hey, go, your new unit is the 82nd. Go in process at Bravo Company,
Mm-hmm.
That'll be basically how it goes. So, I mean, it's up to you on how you guys want to always play that game or not really play. It's not really a game, but how you prefer to play it. But I wouldn't also, I wouldn't suggest just sending it at SFAS thinking I might get lucky. You're never going to get lucky and get selected. You have to earn it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not ready and you're not like, I'm not going to make it, but shit, I'll send it anyway. I wouldn't do that. You're just wasting everybody's time and the Army's. So, I mean, it is a way to get to the 82nd, I guess, if you really want to be there. But, yeah, I would be more. I would treat the 18 X-ray with the respect it deserves, and I wouldn't, do it unless you truly believe you think, hey, I'm there, I got this, I could make it. If you have any doubt or I don't think I'm going to do it, I wouldn't do.
Yes, sir. I meant it more of like like he's saying almost kind of like the buds thing, right? Where like I've heard people online say like, oh, if you don't make it to buds, they'll find you a job coming out of it, and then you hear a bunch of stories where that's not the case. So he was just saying something around just going with that 18X and not making it out.
No, I don't think that's the case with the Army, because the reason being is the Navy doesn't have very many jobs coincide with like what the SEALs do. You know what I mean? The Army, it kind of builds on top of each other. Like, oh, you have to first go to infantry training. Okay, now you're going to go to airborne school. Now you're going to do this, right? So you're going through all this training and you're just advancing up the ladder versus like the Navy where you've got you just got the SEALs. There they are, right? There's nothing to the left and right or underneath or up and down around them.
Yes, sir.
It's top, and there's nothing that coincides. So when you look at it from that perspective, the Navy's got to do something with you. You sign a contract, so that's where you hear Jake say you're going to chip paint. You know, because it's whatever at that point. Now, with the Army, it's like, well, they're not going to waste somebody who's already trained. You get what I'm saying? It's
Yes, sir.
waste of funds.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But that's how I do. How you doing? You doing all right?
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry, my uncle just said something to me. Yes, sir. I was just checking in and asking that. Also, you posted a thing about your phone number. Did you get a new number?
Not yet. I'll have a new number by August 4th.
Okay.
But yeah, Luke, remind me again. Have you already gone through, right?
I'm waiting. We're supposed to go get fingerprints and then MEPS.
Yep. So, coming on the 23rd, so next week sometime, I'm gonna give you a call from a number. So answer, okay? If it's like a weird South Dakota number, that's me. All right.
Okay. Yes, sir.
And we're gonna figure that shit out for you and get you up there. But I don't know. I'll give you more information when next week comes around. But yeah, we're gonna get that done, and then just make a decision. You know what I mean? That's what you owe me for this week is kind of decide on what path you want to take. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep. No problem, Luke. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Raise them hands. Raise the hands. Here we go. Frost.
Hey, stuff, Sergeant.
Hey, what's going on, Derek? Right?
Yeah,
I'm starting to memorize your voice, brother.
yeah. So I just had a quick question. My swimming is may take me a while to get there and all that. And my question is, do you think I should just go infantry, go to the 82nd Airborne, then fire later on, or should I be patient?
I mean, it's not going to hurt you. I mean, it starts to pay. It gets your career moving in the right direction. And I know you're trying to learn how to swim right now. And, look, we're not the Navy SEALs. We don't swim like they do. But you need to be able to pass combat survival in the water. And if you can't swim, you're not going to. So,
Right.
I think that if you want to just kind of get this going, then yeah, that wouldn't hurt you to go straight to just an infantry contract and build up from there. Plus, so somebody will teach you to swim there too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about because I'm like, it may take me a while to get there.
I'm telling you, man, they'll take care of you. The Army, I can't say nothing. I can't more about the Army. Like I've taught kids how to drive in the Army. I mean, all sorts of stuff. A kid, from New York City, never driven a car in his life, never needed to, shows up, doesn't have a license. I'm like, hey, drive this Humvee over here. He's like, I don't know how to drive. I'm like, oh, well, now I know what we're doing after work. We're gonna learn how to drive, So, you're gonna get taught how to swim easy. I mean, someone's gonna find out you can't swim, and they're gonna be like, we're going to the pool. We're gonna do pool PT, and then you're gonna be doing shit like that. So I think that's a good plan if that's something that you're considering.
Yeah, that's what I was considering because swimming is really it's really hard for me at the moment, but I'm trying to get the hang of it. So, but I want to get started.
I'm not sure if Jake's still here, but he might be able. I would reach out to Jake and ask like, what you're struggling with swim on, and he's gonna definitely be better to ask about how to get better with swimming.
Hey man,
There you go.
are you swimming at all right now?
Yeah, I'm enrolled in swimming classes right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, just email me and get the Navy SEAL PDF. Okay, watch some videos on freestyle and just learn how to swim freestyle. And if you have to start at like 10 times 25, like, or I'm sorry, 25 yards, can you swim across the pool yet?
I cannot finish the pool.
You can't. Okay. So you're just gonna have to work on swimming, bro. How often are you going to swim?
I swim 2 times a week.
Okay, so you need to swim every day.
Okay.
Okay, you want to get good at swimming, you got to swim every day. All right? So email me for the Navy SEAL PDF and then shoot me an email. Tell me you're the kid that can't swim, and we'll work on it. Just know this, okay? You're going in the Army. So, like, the Army test is like 100 yards in boots and utes, right? So you're not trying to be a Navy SEAL. I would tell you, just go in the Army, and you'll figure it the fuck out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. So
Yeah, go in the Army. You ain't gotta think about it. Just go in the Army. You'll figure it out. They're not gonna let you drown in boot camp. I know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Staff Sergeant, let's do it.
All right, Derek. Hey, make sure you reach out to me next week on the 23rd. Give me a call or shoot me a message on Discord. We'll reach out that way. But yeah, we'll get you rolling if that's the case. If you don't want to wait, which I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to wait either, especially if you're ready to go for everything else.
Yeah.
And let's handle that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Awesome, brother. All right, Derek. I'll talk to you next week. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Yeah, no, they're not gonna let anybody drown in boot camp. They're not gonna. We don't even. I didn't even swim in boot camp. The first time I saw water was we did rollover training, and it's actually terrifying. Now that I'm thinking about it, if you don't know how to swim, you're gonna panic. But they're in they have a Humvee on a rotisserie, like a rotisserie chicken, and basically they dip you in the water. Everybody's buckled into a Humvee. They dip you in and they spin this motherfucker upside down, and you got to get out and don't drown. And I don't know. I'm 6'3", and getting out of a Humvee is tough for me sometimes. My knees are hitting everything and shit. So that was the first time I even saw water in the Army. Like, had to do something with it. So we don't do a lot. We're not the Navy. It's kind of why I joined the Army. I don't want to be in the water as much as possible. Wet boots to me are the worst thing that could ever happen. So I don't like it. All right. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions? Yeah, there we go.
Hello, my name is Victor. I just have a quick question. What GT score does the airborne contract require? Is it a 110, just like the 18X?
No. Are you talking just the basic airborne infantry?
Yes, I'm trying to get into the 82nd, just like you guys were mentioning earlier, because y'all said that it's a feeding ground for the Green Berets.
Right, but mind you, you have to have a 110 no matter what to be a Green Beret. So if you could get in the Army and airborne without a 110, but just because you're in the Army doesn't wipe that away. Like, okay,
I
if
know, I
I
have to like redo the ASVAB all over again.
correct, if I had like a 105, I'm in the Army, right? I'm like, oh, I'm in, whatever. I got my job, but I would never be able to go put in a packet, be a Green Beret, even though I'm in. So you need a 110 regardless of your status, whether you're civilian or in the military. So I would still make sure you're shooting for the 110 because I'm gonna be honest. Once it's up to your unit to take that ASVAB again. Like, they got to send you, because it's not just a hey, let me go take this test real quick. It's they force you to go to the class. I don't know what it's called anymore. I used to call it we used to call it the fast class, right? And it was a 2-week course of math, English, ASVAB studies, and it was at the education center. And at the end of the 2 weeks, you retake the ASVAB, and that's your new score. But they call it something different now. I'm not keeping up with all the acronyms, but uh, it's up to your unit if they're going to allow you to do that, because the class is during work hours. It's not like a night class where you go after work. It's like, no, it's from 9 to 5. You're going to sit there and study. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind, that they don't absolutely have to let you go to that. Okay. So again, that boils down to, hey, you need to be a good soldier. You need to be somebody that they want to progress. Generally, everybody wants to progress, right? So, did I talk to you about this before? About why it's not a bad thing to go to an infantry unit and then to go up from there?
No, I
Because
don't think so. But I was just hearing about it just earlier with the other gentleman.
so, okay, let me explain this so everyone. This isn't just to you really, but it's for everybody's knowledge, right? So we get evaluations. All right, they're called NCOERs for NCOs, and they're called an OER for an officer. It just stands for evaluation report, non-commissioned officer evaluation report. All right. Now that's an annual thing. Our soldiers, their successes and their wins are our wins. So if I had 5 soldiers and I sent 2 of them to Ranger School and they all passed, on my NCR, I'm putting down, I was able to train, facilitate, and push soldiers to not only attend but pass Ranger selection. That's my win, right? Because I trained them to get there. So that's kind of how it works. So no one's trying to gatekeep these schools from anybody, because they look good when they send their troop to it, right? So when it comes down to that, like, you got to be a dirtbag to not get these schools. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you're not showing up to formations on time, you're not doing all the right things, then your NCO is not gonna want to send you. He's gonna be like, dude, I can't trust you to show up to PT. Why would I let you leave for 2 weeks to go to this fast class? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So just keep all that stuff in mind, and don't like half the shit you guys read on Reddit and all that stuff is bull. Don't. I hate Reddit. It's full of fucking misinformation. So do not listen to that nonsense. People be like, "Oh, my unit won't send me to Ranger School." I'll tell you right now. If I met that Joe in real life, I could tell you right now why he's not going to Ranger School. He's probably a piece of shit. Let me put it this way: he's on Reddit crying about not getting to go to a school. I have an idea of who he is. So, don't trust all that you read. They're not just gatekeeping these courses from people. They want you to attend. If you go to everybody I've ever spoken to, every single infantryman, when they first showed up at their unit as a private, the first sergeant said, "Hey, you want to go to Ranger School? You want to go to Sniper School? You want to go to selection?" It's like it's expected of you to go to these things. So don't get twisted. You guys will go. No one's going to stop you from those types of career advancements. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take whatever they can give me.
Oh, yeah. Best advice I give everybody: volunteer for nothing at basic training and volunteer for everything at your first unit.
Okay. And to get into the 80th second, would you recommend I get an option 4 contract or option 19 contract?
Well, you definitely need an option 4, or else you can't go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, like, if you're going straight there, that's where it gets tricky, right? Option 4, you need to be airborne, is your airborne contract, but you can't stack options. So that's where it gets kind of tricky, trying to isolate yourself to brag or to get what do you call it, the 82nd. Now, if you got, I don't know, like orders to brag one day and you were going and you weren't airborne, they're probably going to send you to airborne school just because you'll need to be there. So you'll need to be airborne qualified to be there, type of deal. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. And why would you recommend that we volunteer for nothing during boot camp? Like, what would they ask us to volunteer for?
They do things we call them like the house mouse, who's like keeps track of shit, or the the platoon guide, who's like I don't know. He takes roll call, and then he reports
Also,
to the sergeant.
so don't be the platoon guide. Okay.
I mean, look, if you get selected for it, you can't say no. Okay, you're gonna get destroyed. But like, I wouldn't. Nothing that you do in basic matters, right? So I would be hyper focused on what's my next step. I'm at basic training. I'm gonna pass. What's my next step? Okay, is it airborne? I need to make sure I'm pushing myself at PT every morning and running and doing the things I need to. Stay quiet. Don't get in trouble. Don't let them drill sergeants know your name because it's just easier, right? You're going to get through path of least resistance. And it's going to benefit you none. That guy, that's the PG, he was the whatever, he was this, whatever. None of that's going to follow him. It's not like he's getting a medal at the end of basic training for this type of stuff. He's just his basic training experience was just harder because he had more responsibility for no reason at all. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I mean, I that's how I would do it. I mean, by all means, if you like getting beat up in the morning by the drill sergeants because you got a count wrong, go ahead. Volunteer for shit. But like, I just
Gotta
wouldn't.
stay low key.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, frankly, that's what I would do. Just do it. Do your job. Focus on you. It's it's basic training. You're not at a selection. Everybody's supposed to make it. So
And then once I get into my unit, I start doing all the volunteering and stuff.
absolutely. Once you get there, you're there for 3 years. I'd volunteer for everything. I mean, I'm not kidding. If they're like, "Hey, I need two," and he's got two brooms in his hands, and he's screaming, "I need two." You already know what he wants. He wants you to sweep. Grab the broom. I promise you. NCOs will keep track of that stuff. They're gonna see, oh, hey man, he every time I need something, that Joe's right there, ready to do work. He's a hard worker, and they're going to talk to section sergeants and platoon sergeants about you. So that's the type of recognition you want is the unit that's gonna keep you for 3 years.
Good. And then for my scenario, you recommend option 4 and not the option 19.
Yeah, I mean because especially if you're trying to get because here's the thing, the way option 19 works is it's not it's called choice of duty station, but it's a list. They're gonna give you like a list of like 5 places you can go, right? And you get to pick from the list uh, before you sign the contract. So it's not even guaranteed that option 19 is gonna have brag on there. I've seen some crazy shit on there before. I gave a kid option 19 once, and he had Hawaii, and I was like, or it was option. Yeah, I think it was option 19. I might be getting these mixed up because I think option 20 is also always Alaska or something like that. I'd have to look at them again. You're looking for the option called choice of duty station, but it's a list of like 5. So it's not like I get to pick. Oh, I want to be an infantryman. Give me choice of duty station. Oh, I want to go to Germany. Right? That's not how it works. It's like, oh, you can choose from hood, drum, or brag. You know, and then you can pick from there. But brag might not even be on the list. You might only have Fort Polk, you know, Fort Drum, or whatever. To me, I always just let the Army do it. I'm like, yeah, just send me where you need me. You know what I mean? Until you get a chance to reenlist, and once you get a chance to reenlist, you get more say in where you're going to go on your second time.
Got it. And it would be 2 years until I would be able to try out for the Green Berets.
Yeah, I mean, HRC likes to do that 2 year mark because they don't want to move people very often. But like in reality, 18 X-ray is a packet MOS, and that's the one of those things that the unit has no control over. Okay, so Ranger School is not a packet MOS. The difference between these are real simple. When you are a Ranger, your MOS is still 11 Bravo, but you're in the Rangers, right? You're just a tabbed Ranger. You guys are training harder, putting more rounds downrange. The difference is 18 X-ray is a different whole MOS. Okay, so if you're ever going to change your MOS designator, that's a packet change. No one can tell you no to those. Does that make sense?
Um, I suppose a little bit.
What are your questions? What are you not understanding?
So when you said Ranger tab, that's not the 75th, right? That's just the Ranger tab.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to RASP, like if you're going to the Ranger schools and stuff and RASP, a lot of people think if you make it, you're going to go to the regiment. I mean, you have to pass everything, and they have to still extend an invite to you to go. Don't get me wrong. If you're passing RASP, you're going. Okay, um, but there's always a chance where they don't. They're like, hey, good job, man.
So I could do a what's it called? Well, so I could do an option 4 contract and still have a chance to try out for RASP without the option 40.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like,
And I don't have to do like a whole packet like I would have to do with the Green Berets.
yeah, it's a packet, but it's not what I mean. Like, it's not going to change your MOS though. You're always going to be 11 Bravo. So if you wanted to go Green Beret, that's 18 series. So your MOS will literally change. That's why nobody can stop that, because once you put a packet in for MOS change, that train has left, and you're only coming back if you get dropped for some reason, right? Um, I mean, theoretically, your unit could not send you to Ranger School because they think, well, like I was saying earlier, oh, this guy's been late 3 times this month, and now he wants to go to Ranger School. He ain't going to Ranger School, and they're just going to say no, and they are well within their rights to do that. Now, if you were in the same situation, you've been late 3 times. Yeah, is it a dirtbag look, and are you going to make it? Probably not, but you could put an 18 X-ray packet in, or an 18 SFAS packet in, and there's nothing they can do about it. I mean, they're going to probably give you shit and say you're not going to make it. You can't even make it to formation. You're not going to make it through SFAS. But like, you get what I'm saying? They can't do anything because it's a whole MOS change.
Got it. And how fast could I do that? Do the whole MOS change for the packet?
That, like I said, generally they want to see about 2 years on your duty station, because HRC, which is the human resources for the Army, doesn't like them. That means you're going to move. You know what I mean? Because you're going to Fort Bragg for SFAS, and it could take a year. So you'd have to move there, and they don't like to do that. That means like you just showed up to one place, and now they're going to move you again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they want to get at least a couple of years out of you, usually.
Okay. Awesome. I suppose that's all the questions I had for now. Thank you very much, sir.
Yep, no problem. Hit me up if you got more, okay? Ryan, what's up?
Hey, Staff Sergeant, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, I just wanted to update you. I know it's over the time right now. I just wanted to update you and let you know that I've been requesting my medical records from all the doctors that I can remember, all the hospitals, everything that I can think of. I've been trying to request my medical records just to have everything squared away when I do speak to you.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, man. I don't want to put it out on blast, but what are you worried about again?
I got diagnosed with ADHD twice, once as a kid and then once a couple of years ago as an adult. But I got medication.
Been off meds?
Been off for, I think, over 2 years now.
Just give me pharmacy records, brother. That's that easy.
I know I have some other stuff on my medical too.
You said what?
I know I have some other things on my medical records, but I'd probably just want to get on a phone call with you. It's probably like...
That's fine too. I don't want you to have to put that out on blast. Shoot me a DM right now, and then if you have time, we'll link up here after this is done, and then we can make a call over Discord.
Oh, that sounds good. Do you want me to shoot you a DM on here on Discord? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. That way, and then I'll DM you as soon as this is done. Say, hey, you ready? Type of deal. Because I don't get notifications when the Discord calls come in. I don't know if I did something to my settings or whatever, but yeah, I don't get notifications. Also, I don't. The time frame, I don't really care how long this lasts. If you guys are asking solid questions, like I'll go till midnight. I don't care. But it's when you guys aren't asking questions. That's when I'm like, cool. I'll end it 10 minutes in. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, hit me up and send me a DM, okay?
All right. Thank you, Staff Sergeant.
Yep, no problem, brother. All right. Not sure if anybody's got any more questions, but I need everybody to understand that, right? So when you see these people on Reddit and they're crying or they're saying like, "Oh, I got screwed," you'll always hear it. It's always the same guy who seems to get screwed, and it's weird. I mean, that's not even just an Army thing; it's a military thing. But you got to understand that person's had a bad experience, and they've probably brought it upon themselves. 9 times out of 10, they have. Right? Very rarely is the military just out there hunting you down because they just don't like you. That doesn't happen like you would think it does. Okay, so I mean, I'm sure there's some outliers that happens every now and again, and obviously for another reason, if there's like obvious racism or something, that's not a no reason. There is a reason. The person's racist. That's the reason, right? So don't think that it's just like, oh, I showed up and my unit doesn't care about me. They never wanted to help me and they never sent me somewhere. It's like, no, there's something there is the reason behind this, and it's probably you, and you need to look at yourself, right? So, don't let the keyboard warriors on Reddit and everywhere else dictate what your life's going to be because you heard them cry on the internet. Okay, so I'll tell you right now, my career's been pretty wonderful. I almost everything I ever asked for in the Army, they've sent me to or given me or whatever. But at the same time, I had to earn that, and I had to make sure that I was doing the right things and not get not get the fu. You know what I mean? So, all right, guys. Well, if there are no more questions, I'll give it about 2 seconds here. I'm gonna pop out of here. Again, please, 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 if you have my numbers, do not call the number. I don't know if it's even gonna ring right now, but if when it does ring, it's not gonna be me. If you got some guy out there saying, "Yeah, I can help you," he can't. He's a brand new recruiter and he has no idea what he's doing. So, let me know if you guys have any questions. Other than that, we will see you guys Wednesday. Jake, you here? Do you have anything going on? I'm not sure if there's like.
Hey man, you putting me on the spot, man. You actually think I can actually get in here on a reasonable amount of time? Yeah, we'll be on Wednesday. We'll be on fire.
At the game school or classroom?
No, game school is rolling on Mondays. Zoom will be on Thursday or Wednesday, and then that's about it, man. We're just trying to get through this summer with these kids, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, I played bow and arrow tag today with these foamy cup arrow things that go on the regular arrows. Have you played that, Staff Sergeant Shell?
The National Guard bought them for the recruiters out here, so they bring them to the high schools.
Oh my God, it is so much fun. And my kids, like, it's funny because the guy that told me, the ranger, said his kids go from running around crazy, and then my 10-year-old started yelling, "Cover to cover, cover to cover," and was going tree to tree, hiding behind the trees because I couldn't move, and I was playing my 3 kids. They could all run around. And then one of my kids got pissed because he said it wasn't fair that I was a one-man team and they were a 3-man team. I'm like, I've shot all of you like 5 times. Like, you shot me 1 time. I haven't moved. So that caused a little bit craziness. But it's pretty fun, man. I had to call my dude and tell him, like, this is absolutely awesome. The problem is the tips want to come off. And obviously, an arrow will go right through you with no tip on it. So I think I may have to put that red stuff on it, the little red stuff on them. Or I might put a piece of tape, but I had to screw them back in today. But I gave a safety brief about making sure the tips are screwed in before you shoot them. So we did all right. We all wore, they had motorcycle helmets on.
Are they like screw in? I thought they were like foam, like, I don't know.
Oh, at least ours, the ones I bought were just screw into regular arrow tips because they wanted $120 for 20 arrows, whatever it was. So for $21, I bought 20 tips and just screwed them in. I got a bucket of arrows over here, so I probably got 100 arrows sitting over there. So we just screwed them. We put all the same arrows, screwed them in. But anyway, total sidebar on Army recruiting, but it's a blast.
Jake, you remember when you were over here, SIUE?
SIUE? No, what's that?
The Southern Illinois.
Oh yeah. Southern Illinois. The Salukis. Yeah.
From SIUE's little ROTC program.
Okay.
Well, they're officer ROTC, not junior, but yeah.
Yeah, they have a great program, and they got a flying school down there.
Yeah, I know. I've been collecting a bunch of coins recently.
It's the big time. All right, now. Is it for your good work?
Oh yeah, and I'm leaving, so they always like to, here you go, take this,
Gotcha.
But all right,
man. See y'all.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon, Jake. We'll see you on